Okay, guys, so welcome to Igor, to our SFT forecast. So Igor is the winner for time from the Russian Mathematic contest. And we're actually very happy to have you there with us today.
Hey guys, thank you.
So welcome and
Glad to be here.
Beautiful, and welcome back to Carlo today.
Hello everybody, hello.
Beautiful, so Igor, how are you feeling?
Good. I mean, we're drinking some nice wine here.
Definitely.
Good atmosphere. Yeah, ready to talk a bit.
Beautiful, beautiful. So can you explain us a bit more of what you actually did about, the programmation, the mathematics, and all the stuff you're actually working on?
Yeah, sure. So let's say, I mean, the main thing which I started to do it was like development myself. And I started to do that being 12. So first software I created when I was 12. The funny thing that the first software I was developing for 6 months, and I was paid by €7. It was the first money.
€7 a month for programming.
No, €7 for 6 months.
€7 for 6 months of developing.
I mean, no one want to value the 12-year guy. So they give you what they want to give you.
Right.
Less than €1 a month, okay.
Yeah, the funny thing that by this €7 I spent 3.5 on my shoes.
Okay.
And 3.5 I gave to my mom because I wanted to support her somehow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, but then I just understood that that's the way how you can earn some money in this world, because
Definitely.
you just use your knowledges and you just scale it, you learn something new and this and that. And so now it's like already 22 years passed and I'm still developer myself. So I really love this work and I do like this every day, and it's like my passion. They always say that if you find something which bring you passion when you work, you will never work any day in your life.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Always.
that's
it's
how
like
it works.
Definitely.
So for the whole life, I was just creating some software, basically in the online marketing stuff.
Okay.
So and automation of different processing, and then, as you told before, I was taking part in 4 times in contest on development.
Okay.
And
Which is a national contest.
yeah, I was. I mean, from my hometown, I won it 35 times. But there was
35 times.
Yeah, but I was born in a small town. It was like 300,000 people. It's not that much, but yeah, I was
300,000 people, but he won 35 times.
Yeah.
So he basically told us he came from a city with just 300,000 people. He won the contest just 35?
Yeah.
Just 35 times, but it's okay.
Yeah, and the thing is that when you win the local contest, they send you to the Russian one. So
Yeah.
the whole countries. 2 times I won the first place, and I got even something like some statue of winning, whatever. 2 times I was in the prizes, but not the first. But yeah, I mean, the funny thing that after you winning at least once, you can go in any university of Russia without any exams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the thing is that I have to go there 4 times. I don't know why, but that's how it works. So, and then I decided anyway, they offered me to go to study in Moscow or St. Petersburg or any other city, but I decided to stay in my hometown. Yeah, I like it. I don't know why. And it's small, it's cute, it's nice. And yeah, I was just stay there and studying. And meanwhile, when I understood that I can go to university without any exams, I decided to work a bit because I always was working, and decided to go somewhere. And I asked my father, look, I want to do something. Maybe you can offer me some nice company to work. And with his relationship, he's a rector of our hometown university.
Okay.
Which is on the border with Finland, and they have a lot of connection with the Finland government and Finland country. So, and he helped me to go to work in the Metso automation. It's the second biggest company in Finland, which is mostly work for the automation of the different factories, like cutting the papers, cutting the woods. For example, one of the tasks was, there was the train wagon, whatever.
Yeah.
And they have to put the trees inside.
Okay.
And we were creating the software which counting optimal
Weight.
not the weight, the position of each wood.
The position of the
Yeah.
wood on the train.
Because from one side it's like one diameter, from
Okay.
other one is different one.
Okay.
So there was like the software which make the photo from one side, from other, and then it counts. Have to put them to use maximum amount of space. So and like if you let's say can make it 4% better,
Yeah.
that mean if you have let's say 20 wagons, in 20 one is like you use one wagon less.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you just get spending less money for
So you're
that.
spending
It's
less
exponential.
money and you're earning more money.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, there
I
was
didn't. I had no idea something like that would even exist in the.
No, that's a lot. For example, there's a lot of different things. I can tell you the things which we're doing. For example, the typical box which you just buy this made from paper or whatever it's.
Yeah, the card box.
Yeah, card box.
Yeah.
So the thing is that the box itself is not a square; it's different shape. And so there was also software which was counting how you have to cut the square thing to make maximum boxing from that.
That's
Oh.
insane. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Because the thing is that the rest of the paper you get, you just throw it away, and it's just like useless.
You use this
Yeah.
and you lose money.
Yeah, you lose money.
Definitely.
And even if you save 2, 3, 4% on that,
That's a
it's-
lot.
It's a lot
Yeah.
on
On
let's say-
production.
Exponentially, it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
For example, the third thing, which was really nice for me as well, I like the ships. I like everything which is connected to the water. And you can imagine the big ship coming with a lot of containers.
Yep.
It have to go through a lot of different ports in different countries. So if your container is really under a lot of other ones, each iteration to get upper container to put it on the land costs, let's say, 1 to 500 euro. So if you want to get the last one, you have to do a lot of iteration to put it like
You
this.
put everything off to take this one,
Yeah.
and then put everything back on the ship.
Yeah, so one of the software was counting how you have to put all of them according to the port
To
you
the
go.
yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So that when you go to the last pour, you basically have the last
Yeah.
container.
Yeah,
That's
And-
insane.
And
Genius.
just to be clear, you were the one who helped develop this.
yeah. I also was taking part in that.
I'm just listening. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is the funny thing that it's simple mathematics, which is nothing new. It's just the people just trying to let's say help themselves. To
You know what I like with you? You're so humble because a small city, 300K, not too much 35 contest, simple mathematics, but it's a ship full of container. That's insane. That's insane. Insane.
Yeah, but like to be honest, in this our reality being the developers, you doesn't see the world like any other person.
Yeah,
You see the screen in front of yourself,
definitely.
and for you it's like just some container move from this to this.
Like numbers.
Yeah, like
That's it.
numbers,
Yeah.
like digits, like some
Yeah.
optimization, whatever. But yeah, basically it's not something. I mean, for a lot of people, it's something. Wow, it's like magic. We have a joke when I was in university. They say the people who doesn't study the physics and chemistry, all the life they have will be full of magics and something really wonderful happening.
Yeah.
Love
But
that.
basically, it's just science.
Yeah.
I
I
It's
love
like-
that. I love
So
that.
they don't know basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So here it's the same. You're just like counting what to do to make your life easier.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to make life more complicated, but you can use the simple mathematic methods to make it really, really easy.
I mean, it's so interesting because as a normal human being that doesn't work in software development or let's say in container, we will never think about this type of problem on
Yeah.
the fact that okay, I need to go to a port and it costs me a certain amount of money to put a container down, to put it back. So we're going to try to find the best way so that on every port, like we put the first one, the second one it's so smart, and it's the type of thing that I mean no one knows. I didn't knew that.
No, I didn't know
I'm-
that.
I'm just learning, and it's-
when I saw the videos on YouTube, for example,
Yeah.
like how people put the containers on the container ship, I'm just thinking like, okay, they have like X amount they have there, and then they just either put it on top
From
and
A
that-
to B,
and
they
that's it.
transport. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But the thing, if you just think about that every this iteration, it's first of all, it's a salary of some person who get all this done to put one container from the ship to the land and then go back. Plus, you have to waste some energy. You have to waste some, let's say, this renting of this technique, whatever.
Yeah.
It's cost money. And of course, I think after 10 times, the someone understood that maybe we have to do something more smarter, just not to waste time and money for nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you know, like, what is really, it's not like smart, to be honest, it's just simple. Just the people trying to make their life easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Like-
Bringing a solution. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But I mean, you have to think about it, you know, and no one will think about that. So,
Yeah.
so it's really, really so much interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's insane.
I didn't. Before you told me this, I swear I did never think about it.
You know, there was a lot of things like that. For example, the factory we were working on, and it was a city called Tampere. It's in Finland. It's the second biggest city in the Finland, and also they was producing the paper. Which like not like a newspaper, but like the big amount of the paper, which
The
was
rolls.
rolls, yeah.
Okay.
And then as well, you have to understand that you have to move this roll somewhere, and they're not square; they're round.
They're round.
So you have to put them in the trunk or in the wagon somewhere, and it also should be optimal because the rounds are not like you cannot put them all together.
You have
There's-
place between every, definitely.
and then you have to understand how to put them like horizontal, vertical, one is another. Yeah, and
Tetris.
actually, I think the person who know how to play Tetris here can easily solve these things. So it's not that complicated.
That's pretty sick. That's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
That's insane. And do you see actually maybe problems or solution that need to exist today? I don't know in which market exactly, but in some type of market that can actually be solved with software or with this type of. Do you see some today? I mean, some problem that we have, or some things that maybe need to be solved that were not solved. For example, like the container.
I think every part of our world have a lot of space for optimization.
Definitely.
For example, let's be honest, we are in Lugano now.
Yeah.
Really cool place. I like this place so much. It's beautiful. Everything is super. But what, a bit, not, I cannot say it's annoying, but it's something could be made better, the traffic lights. So sometimes I'm just standing on the traffic lights. No cars are moving from any direction. I'm just saying, why I'm losing 1 minute of my time just for standing?
1 minute. I lose 10 minutes, 15 at least every day to drive around Switzerland.
Yesterday, 1 hour
Oh,
instead of a 20-minute drive.
yes.
No, I just say that the people who make these traffic lights are not stupid at all. Of course, they know how it should work.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I mean, especially nowadays, there's a lot of solutions like artificial intelligence, which can get the optimal solution based on the whole data for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And it should be like for summertime, it's one solution. For the wintertime, other one. I'm not sure it's changing. I think it's the same one. Because but when the tourists come, this traffic lights should work totally differently.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I don't know. I'm not the
The only change I ever saw in traffic lights driving around Switzerland is during the night.
Yeah,
Because when there's not a lot of traffic,
Mhm.
I don't know how they do it. Some people told me it's because of pressure plates. But if you drive close to a light during the night, it almost instantly turns green. When there's no traffic, no cars.
Yeah.
Almost. It depends on the intersection. It depends where you are. It depends city or outside of city. But many times it happened to me when I was driving at night in Switzerland. It will turn green quite quickly, but only at night. In summertime or in wintertime, it's always the same.
My problem is that at night I never drive here because I have a couple of glasses of wine in the body, so I never see it. Maybe yeah. But let's be honest. Like the simplest example of one of the most successful companies in the world is IKEA, which make the furniture. And the thing is, why they're so successful? Because they don't have a problem with the logistic. The whole furniture fits in a small box, and they can put it in a small wagon. They don't waste money on the logistic, like on the weight, on the cars, on everything.
Have you ever thought about that?
I actually have thought about that. Yeah,
Okay.
because I admire IKEA, the structure they have, because basically what they do is they make you walk, like everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
They make you walk through all the furniture. Like, this desk is really nice, And then there's the number, the tag on it. And then when you walk, before you walk to pay, you basically walk through the warehouse.
Yeah.
And inside the warehouse, there's all the numbers. And then you just call the guy and you're like, yeah, I'd like this desk, And he's like, yeah, it's in the aisle 3, row 2. And you go there, you pick it up, you pay, and you go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the logistics of IKEA, fantastic.
Yeah.
And they put you actually in a labyrinth, so you have to go through the whole store before being able to go out. So they make sure that you will see all the product.
Yeah.
So yeah, all those small data are insane.
But you have to understand that the boxes they made
Yeah.
was counted mathematically. The optimal size of every box, because you have this part is like here, this is like there, and they have small box. Because if they bring you the whole sofa, it will get the whole trunk of the big truck, and they
Full.
bring you a small box, and they save so much money on that. And yeah, that's how average business or Amazon, for example, as well, they work just because they don't want to spend much time on logistic. The logistic is just the people, it's just the gas which always go higher and higher, it's just the cars which always break, and you have to pay so much money on that.
Yeah.
So if you reduce the amount of spending on this, you just get a lot of profit.
Yeah.
So
True.
So much.
True.
Insane. I'm just realizing that so much mathematic, but we're not thinking about those type of.
No, we don't. We just
of
walk in
things.
the store and we
Yeah.
buy whatever there is. and then,
Exactly.
yeah.
Or we know maybe the fact that it's a labyrinth, we need to see everything,
Yeah.
and they will not spend money because we will build all the furniture at our home,
Yeah.
But I never thought about the fact that the boxes are small, so it's mathematically calculated, so
Yeah.
that's for the logistic and everything. That's insane. Okay. Very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Yeah.
speaking about
Yeah. Tell me.
yeah, speaking about my experience after, I just got, let's say, invitation to work in Nokia in Finland as well, in Helsinki. And the funny thing that I was working there just 1 year, and then it's got not bankrupt, but worse. It's not because of me.
Okay.
But the thing is, I was working there, and it's really good experience. We were making the mobile applications for the Nokia. They make a new system called Symbian, I think, which was not really successful. The main problem of Nokia, of the let's say the head of Nokia, they told once, and I think there was the biggest mistake in their life. They told that this world will never ever have phones without the buttons. And now we know how it works. Like, there are no phones with the buttons.
I would not be able to with a phone without buttons.
Exactly.
How many times did it happen to you? You were in school and you wanted to put your phone on silent immediately because there was a test,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and I could never imagine a phone without buttons.
Imagine.
Without buttons.
Imagine.
Impossible.
Yeah.
But that was their strategy. They say, like, no, it's really convenient. It's so easy to use, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's easier.
I'm still teaching my grandma today how to use an iPhone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
if there were not the
100%.
buttons of the volume and the silence, oh
Same.
my God.
My
I
mother,
can't imagine.
My mother literally got an iPhone since the iPhone 3, and she's
Yeah.
still asking me today how she need to go on the internet, how she need to find or search this.
It's probably because Igor didn't code it.
Nokia, he's the guy.
I don't want to tell anything about the people who was working in Nokia. They totally smart, and basically the economy of whole Finland, 50% of economy was based on Nokia.
Wow.
Let's say 30% on Nokia, and the 20 of sub workers of Nokia, like the people who make some plastics and blah blah blah. And when Nokia moved to China, there was a big hole in the economy of Finland. Like 50% was like gone. And I can say that the Finland make a really smart move. It was a bit risky, but it was worth it. They invest a lot of money in the universities. They invest a lot of money in the people just because they were thinking that. And honestly, I'm not the financial guy, but as I heard from the site, they told that they invest almost everything they got.
Okay.
And it was really risky.
Yeah.
But they win a lot from this.
What is love without risk? But yeah, definitely,
I agree.
100%.
And a lot of people who finished universities, they started creating new businesses, IT ones. As you know, there's the Angry Birds made by Finland.
I love that game.
Yeah, it's made from
I used to play so much with it.
Yeah, and they earn a lot of money, and it's not only one company. They made a lot of that. And the move from Finnish government was very smart to invest in the universities and to get what they get. Because, Nokia tried to get back on the market, but
I never heard about Nokia since a lot of time.
Yeah.
The only thing I still heard today is when you see those type of video where like you get a big tornado and the car doesn't move, and they said like if the car was a Nokia, you know, because it's like basically unbreakable.
Yeah.
But like I mean, since a couple of years, I never heard about Nokia again.
Yeah.
No, I have even a phone, Nokia phone. I bought it in Finland this year, just like a memory.
Okay.
And it's still good. I mean, it's still with the buttons.
Yeah.
You can send SMS, you can call someone.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
definitely.
It's still working.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah. And then speaking about like what's I done after, I decided that when I got all this experience working in Finland, I decided to create my own business. And
So Finland was like the starting point of, if I can say, the deep motivation that you had
Yeah.
to build your business.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I just I saw a lot of things which were happening in the big company.
Yeah.
I got a lot of experience how you have to behave, how you have to build a department and this and that. And then I decided that I have to start my own business. And me and my really close friend, his name Vlad, we started a company in Russia. And it was also fun, I think. I think I was around 22 years old.
Okay.
Maybe 21 even. We started this company to making the websites for the companies and stuff. First year we earned
€7.
actually not much more.
No way. Are you joking?
No. It
Okay.
was €200
It's a bit more.
but per year. So 100 each.
Okay.
Luckily,
For a whole year of work.
For a whole
Yeah.
year of work.
Oh my god.
the funny there was so much funny things in this moment. We were so young and unprofessional. For example, one guy asked us to open the FTP server to upload some data on that.
Mhm.
And we didn't know about what the security is, so we just opened it without any password. And I just remember that one of my favorite singers is a Tupac rapper. And I remember that there was once I opened our server and there was whole albums of Tupac on that.
Oh.
I said, wow, it's cool. I like it. I downloaded it myself, but you have to understand that at that time in Russia, internet cost a lot. So the money we earn, we have to spend to cover this whole insecurity. When the guy decided to download all the Tupac albums,
So the money went.
yeah. So everything we earn, we just pay for that. I said, okay.
No, but something is very interesting with what you are actually saying. Don't work for money, work for achievement.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely. And I think that's something very, very important that you said. And I think the people that are actually listening to this podcast should take that in consideration, because it's something that actually allowed you to
100%.
understand. I mean, just quick. We have so much people today that are trying to earn money as quick as they can, and what they don't do it after a couple of months on 1 year, they think that it's done, And we have actually there the proof that someone that can succeed in so much thing started with nothing basically and was earning nothing, but because he wanted to achieve thing and wasn't thinking about the money, that's actually what brought him success.
I'm curious if I may ask. You can say no, it's not a problem. But I'm curious. So that was the start of your whole career and your journey.
Yeah.
Where are you now? So like, what is your heart of company right now, and like, how do you see yourself now compared to before? So like, what have you achieved that you wanted to achieve?
No, I can say that.
Like I said, you don't have to answer if
No,
you
no,
don't.
no.
want
I will. I would just say one thing, which I want to tell you, that a lot of people, especially my relatives and parents, when I was young, they always tell me like, Igor, you have to spend as much money as you earn. And I will say to them, no, I have to earn as much as I want to spend.
Oh, that's deep, man.
Did you listen to that?
Yeah, and
That is some good advice.
That's something.
that was always what I was like really, it was very important in my life. Speaking about your question now, I can say you that it's not about money now. So let's say sometimes when I'm in office and a lot of people are annoying me with the stress and this and that, I already say like, guys, okay, I'm done. I earn quite a lot. I'm fine with this life for me and my relatives. Everyone will be quite happy with that. But what you will do if I will leave? Because like, I mean, you're I have to take care about you. So please don't stress me.
Right.
Just do what I tell you to do, and everyone will be happy.
No, but that's the way to get to the successful point, like
Yeah,
definitely.
the goal. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's obvious, if you can't have that be done what you need to have done,
Yeah.
then how will you achieve or get to the goal that you need, right?
Exactly.
I agree. I cannot say that for every person, to being rich is totally different amount of money.
Yeah.
Someone is rich in Russia with having like 10,000 euro. Someone in Switzerland still poor with having a couple millions. So it's not about money now. But the thing is, when you build a company and the people who are working not for you but with you, you you take care of them so much.
Right.
And the thing is that you're thinking only about the people now, not about okay, I will get a couple millions more. No, it doesn't worth it.
How many programmers do you have right now who work with you?
Oof, it's hard to answer. For the moment, we have 200 employees, but I think half of them are developers. Yeah.
Oh my
to
God.
€7 a fucking year to 200 employees, and then you're gonna tell me it's not possible? Okay,
I mean, you always have to work hard, and I mean,
of course.
it's not about that. It's not about in working hard. It's just about, of course, working hard, but still to love what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I can say, a lot of people can see that you're like, okay, you're driving some fancy cars, you're doing some nice things, whatever, and they say, some luck came to this guy from nowhere. Yeah, just one side of the medal. Basically, they never see the opposite side of the medal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're always stressed. You always like go to doctor to get some pills to sleep. You got insomnia. You got this some like nerves, whatever things.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's not possible to have everything in the life.
Yeah.
You have to still to suffer with something.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
You have to give something to have
Yeah,
something.
yeah, I
definitely.
agree. But I mean, still, even lying on the sofa with a headache, with understanding that you're working a bit too much, you're still like thinking, wow, but still you've done some nice things now. Not just because you earn a bit more, just because you made some people better than they were before, and that's really important. A lot of people in my company, they're my friends from my hometown, and I remember, for example, in a conference, there was the one guy, one very close friend of mine, and he always was. He's very smart. Honestly, he's very smart, but he is not the person who like to talk to people, and he always in himself, sitting at home. And like we were in a conference in Barcelona, and I remember this guy from my hometown being really, really, let's say, close from the whole world. And I saw him coming to the nice suit with the iPad and talking to the people, explaining what do they have to do and this, and that's why you're working. You see that you make this person better.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's no not any money can give you this amount of like let's say
I love that.
satisfaction to like to see that because of you this person started doing so much better,
Yeah.
and you say like wow.
It's such an internal achievement.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
definitely.
You understand it. That's why I want to spend time on that. That's
sick,
why I
man.
want to
That's sick.
Definitely, yeah,
to,
so
to,
much.
to take care about all the team. And like for example, half of the company we found through the HR department, but half of the company came there just because I asked them to come. And what is one of the main important things in the business is your reputation. So when they know that you're a nice guy, and you tell them, guys, I have a new project. I don't really know if it will be successful or not, but we can try. And everyone say, yeah, we will go with you.
Yeah.
Because we
They
knew
trust you. They trust you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you never scammed them. You always done whatever you done. And yeah, I just remember when I was starting to do some outsourcing project, it's always like, actually it was we were making that with some Norwegian company. And I remember this story that we make a contract, but they didn't pay whole of that just because of some whatever. I don't remember what was the point, but they decided not to pay rest 20%. And my margin on this was 20%. So I gave every money to my employees, and my father told me like, Igor, you're working whole year, and everything you get, you give to your employees. And I told him, yeah, but how else can I behave? They trust me. We have a deal that they get that amount of money. So what do I tell to them? Okay, guys, sorry they didn't pay me, so I will take this to me and this is to you. No, that's possible.
No, of course.
If you tell your word, you have
Gotta
to
be
keep
fair.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta be fair.
So till the end, and that's why these people come to work with you because they
Respect.
know it doesn't matter what will happen. This person will take care of you, and I think that's most important. It's not about money. Money is good, but what the money? You can buy the nice car, or you can buy 10 nice cars. You still drive only one at one time. So
yeah.
it's not about the money. I think it's just about to do something good in this life.
I think that the feeling that you have when you make someone grow and you see that this person basically changed her life because of you, make you feel something 1 billion times more powerful than what you will feel if you're driving a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
You know,
That's true.
you can drive a Lamborghini, feel good, feel a boss, then you're gonna go home, sit on your bed, and you're maybe gonna start again to think about everything and the problem in your life. But when you go to bed knowing that, okay, those people are already doing great, I'm changing their life, they went from this to this, you have that feeling, you can just sleep so well, and no matter what happened in your life, internally, you're peaceful. And I think that's the most important thing, really the most important thing. And I think that's one point that the majority of people don't care about. And I think that's why it's so hard to succeed today, because everyone wants just money and want to see the number, but no one take the time to really be focused on the relation they have with the people they work with, which is, I think, the most important thing.
Yeah, I know. With the small talk that we had before, like I was amazed by what you did because there still is, but the Russian-Ukrainian war, and you said to us in the small meeting we had that a lot of your programmers were in Russia, and you managed everything to get them to a safer spot. Do you want to speak something about that?
Sure. There was, let's say, a lot of people, almost all of them text me like, wow, Igor, thank you. We really so glad what you're doing for us. Let's be honest. Of course, I am taking care of those people. For me, it's like relatives, and I cannot leave them somewhere. From other point of view, I'm also interested in that because it's still my company, and I need the whole company working. Not like this half are there, half is in the safe zone. And of course, you have to make company working all together. Yeah, but I I cannot say that it's something I'm not proud of that. It's not something I want to be proud of. It's something what I have to do, just to make my people to be still in normal conditions, to work as they work to do, as they used to work before. And I cannot say like you made such a nice thing. It's something which is pretty obvious that you have to do. It's not like okay.
Many entrepreneurs that I know some entrepreneurs as well, and I don't think that they would do something like what you did.
Never.
No, because when it comes to a personal level, when you build up a company from zero, and you have all these people, which is like almost 200 people.
Yeah,
200 programmers.
Imagine moving 200 people from Russia to another country.
Would they have
just 100 in Russia? We have
even 100.
even 100 people,
even 50 people. Imagine
even 30 people,
even 10.
yeah, with family,
really,
with their wife, with their bank accounts, with their savings, with their house, with everything, and moving them to a safer place just to make sure that these people are doing good. I have a lot of respect for you.
And
man.
you're so humble because you're saying that with such like humility, like he's saying, for me, it's not something I need to be proud of. It's something that is normal. And I totally agree with you because I think really the same way than you, but the majority of the people in this world don't think this way. And that's what is actually making the difference. We have a small percentage of people like you, of course, but it's a very small minority. And that's insane. So I respect you a lot for that. It's very, very rare, to be honest.
In my surrounding, I think all the people like that I don't, not because I choose them, but because like one type of people are always connected to the same type of people, because
Yeah.
I don't have any bad person around me in my life, because I always try to see, to make analytics, are they good, are they not. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I,
Would you say that we are a bit the result of the people we surround ourselves with?
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. I agree with.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, 100%.
Like I don't remember who told that, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. As you say, like a lot of entrepreneurs are not thinking the same way, but there was one guy who told, I think he was kind of book writer, I don't remember his name,
Okay.
and he told that the fast money build an ego, and the like slow money build a character. And the thing is that
That's a slogan.
Like, first of all, it's a slogan, and you know what I'm thinking about.
yeah, but honestly, like the people who make fast money, they don't really care about the employees.
Yeah,
They just
definitely.
make it in 1 month. Okay, we don't care whatever you do,
Yeah.
if you will survive or not. We don't care. The people who was building that for a lot of years, they really understand how important these people for you, and you gain what you gain not because you're smart, because the whole team is smart. And
Yeah.
if anyone ask me like, Igor, like how's possible that you make this and that, I say like, it's not about me, it's about my team. I'm just one person of all the team. It's all my team does that, not me. I just, okay, maybe I was more risky, more, let's say, pushing them to explain what to do, but still, what can I do alone? Nothing. So the thing is, it's not about me, it's about the whole people who around you.
It's so deep and so true. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, after the certain amount of experience, you understand that you're yourself is mostly nothing. Okay, you could be nice guy, you can be smart, but what can you do alone?
If you were today 21 years old, what advice would you give to a 21-year-old? Like that's starting up their business.
I can tell you, the thing is that being not 21 but 23, I got quite, maybe 24, quite successful business, which I lost in 2 years, just
Okay.
because some circumstances, whatever. And then I tried one more and one more and one more and one more.
So you failed many times.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot. 10,
Okay.
15 times, 20, I don't know how much.
20 times.
Maybe even more.
I'm just saying you this because I think it's important for the people that are listening today, because people don't really accept failure. So it's really nice to have someone successful that actually tell us that I maybe failed 20 times, but it's not because I failed 20 times that I'm not going to succeed in my life. So it's very important.
Yeah, what I can advise to these people, that you have to start over and over again and again. There's one book which I read when I was very young. It's called Rich Father and Poor Father, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
And he told this couple things which I remember for all my life. And he say like, to being a bankrupt is temporary, to being poor is forever. So if you don't have money, it doesn't mean that you're poor. It's just a bankrupt. So you will get better after. But some
Exactly.
people think that, oh, I'm poor, I cannot afford this and this. Yeah, when I was totally without money, I always was affording myself the best one I want
Yeah.
to get. Just because I know, yes, that's temporary. Yeah, that for the moment I cannot earn a lot of money, but I will get it in 5 years, whatever. Whatever will happen, I will get them. But a lot of people keep in their mind, oh, we never live rich, so we don't want to start. Yeah, that's how it works, unfortunately.
What you're saying is so interesting because I love one sentence which says "as above, so below," which means that what you have inside, what you have basically what you have outside is the reflection on what you have inside. And
Yeah.
what you just said is real, because being bankrupt doesn't mean being poor.
Yeah.
So being rich or poor depend on the mentality you have.
Yeah.
Definitely. So it's so important, to say again what you just said, because it's just a reflection on how you have to think and to act in life to be able to succeed, and understand that the money you have, it's not like what defined you at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
And it's really the mentality and the person you are inside you that is going to give this reflection on your outside life. So yeah,
That's for
definitely. Yeah.
I can tell you two things about this situation. Like one of those, mm, I just tried to make the sentence perfect.
No worry.
Yeah, the thing is that to that a lot of people like in their brains they put some limits on that. But I was thinking once, like I was watching the interviews of very rich guys like in the world, and I was thinking, what's the difference between me and them? They have two arms, two legs, two eyes, one head, nothing. So the thing is that me and they are totally the same. Why they're rich and I'm not that rich? And then I was thinking, maybe just because I'm doing something wrong, and I have to change the
Mentalism.
yeah, yeah. And then I remember when I was kind of broke, I was trying to make a lot of different projects, but never of them bring me much. And I was thinking like, what I'm doing wrong? Like I'm working all my day, from morning to evening, and I'm not getting anything at the end. I was like 24, 25, and the two things helped me a lot. I think that all the listeners have to remember that for their life, what they have to do. First of all, it was some stupid test in the internet, which I passed. It was test from one sentence, but it's changed my life totally. I think I was 24, I think, and there was the question: by what time you want to be successful, like to get everything what you want to have. I mean, let's be honest, for every person different, but I just was like, okay, when I will be 40, I want to have everything I want to have.
Yeah.
Say, okay, how old are you now? I say 24. So it's 16 years. You say, yeah, 16 years. So let's make the simple mathematics. Let's say you work 8 hours per day. You say, yeah, kind of. So I mean like 40 hours per week. I say, okay. So 160 per month. Yeah, okay. So we multiply about 12 months, whatever it's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that easy to count, but whatever. And then we multiply it by difference between 40 and 24, 16 years. And then at the end, you get amount of hours you have till the 40.
Yeah.
And then you see that it's not that much. It's not at all. It's like very small amount of hours you have to be successful. And then you start to think, why do I lose 1 hour for some random person, which I never get the business with? I will never get anything useful from this person, just to, to get some coffee with or to talk some useless things.
Definitely.
And then you start to think, so maybe I have to have the people around me just who can really bring me something.
Yeah.
And you remove all the useless stuff, and that's helped me a lot. And the second thing, I was thinking like, okay, I'm sitting in front of my computer all the day, working, and I didn't get as much as I want to get. So I make the Excel document, and I started honestly. As I say, the first thing you have to do in this life to be honest with yourself. Everything else is like good, but first of all, to be honest with yourself. And I told myself, Igor, you have to honestly write down how much hours per day you're really working. Not sitting around computer, not like reading some articles, not watching YouTube.
Not scrolling Instagram or
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah.
And you know what I realized? It was 3 hours per day.
Working.
Working, really useful time for work. And then it's like, wow, I'm sitting 8, 10 hours in front of a computer, but I'm working only 3. What the point? It's like so bad. It's like let's say
You can do 3 times the amount.
yeah. And then I started, okay, I have to do what I have to do. I don't no Instagram. Okay, before the bed, on when you're sitting on the toilet,
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
But
pastime.
if you're working, you work. Because a lot of people are trying to tell us, oh, I was working all the day, but nothing happens.
And they got distracted 90% of the time.
Yeah, that basically we're just talking with a girlfriend,
Yeah, exactly.
with a friend,
Yeah.
sending memes,
Yeah.
watching Instagram,
Like
and
sitting in front of the laptop, thinking they're working, but just
Yeah.
doing something else on
Yeah.
their phone. Definitely, yeah, totally agree. So managing your time
Yeah.
for you is really the most important
Yeah.
point. And being honest with yourself
Yeah.
on how much time you actually spend every day working.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's
Yes.
for sure. And
Yeah.
you really have to be honest with yourself
Yeah.
because it's only about yourself. It's not about that someone think that you're working and blah, blah, blah. It's only about you. If you want to be successful, just tell yourself, look, I'm not working. I think that's really two most important things. You have
Yeah.
to be honest, and you have
Yeah.
to really manage your time, because like only just because of managing your time, it's really very important thing. And you know, by the time, I mean, me myself is control freak. I always like to keep everything under my control. And you know that there are some bad sides of perfect time management. When any of your friends, for example, take the wrong way on the highway, you always like be annoyed, like it was more optimal to go like this way.
Yes.
And that calls, you know, it's called the professional syndrome, when you move your job on your life, which is not always good, but you try to make optimal and manage everything so perfect everywhere. A lot of people are really annoyed, like your relatives, parents, girlfriend, wife, whatever. So like, why are you so smart? Why you always want to do everything like so properly? Yeah, just because you're that person in job. But
It's just a state of being, I think. And
Yeah.
like I told you, it's a state of being that give that reflection on your life. And I rather prefer someone like that, you know, that someone that just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like after this amount of years working and trying to be optimal, when something happened not optimal in my life, I have a headache and I have to take aspirin. I don't know why, but if someone do something not rational, I really have a
It's
headache.
internal.
I don't know why. I want to like I say like why it's normal when the people do something not properly. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's about them. But I have a headache. It's like why do you do like that? You can make it more better, smarter, easier now. And you know like
My head would have already exploded by then. Huh?
yeah, that's really true. So yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. It's so interesting to speak about all the things. I just don't know what to say exactly, because I'm very impressed, and I'm learning so much. To be honest with you, learning so much and so humble with what you're saying. Actually, yeah, I would like to ask you a question, if the subject is okay for you. What do you think a bit about blockchain and the future that blockchain can bring? Do you think like blockchain can be even added, you know, to this managing of software and mathematics and you know, all the things we spoke about? Do you see some correlation between the blockchain and all the things you've been working on in your life?
Yeah, sure. You know, like I'm being the guy who is like a developer and online marketing guy. I was
Yeah.
not really connected to the blockchain for
Okay,
a long time.
okay.
But then you know, like it's something that you have to study because anyway, it's already in our life
Yeah.
and it will be there for a long time now.
Exactly.
And you know, like what I started to do, and I decided not to listen music in my car. I decided to listen some podcasts of the quite nice guy. I don't remember his name to be honest, but he's the guy from MIT University from United States,
Okay.
and he got a lot of videos talking about the blockchain technology. Actually, it's very cool. I mean, it's nothing new like all the mathematics we discussed before. The first blockchain, to be honest, appeared 100 years ago.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and the funny thing, I don't remember the whole story, but I can tell you that the not 100, but a bit less, but still, New York Times, the
Okay.
newspaper,
Yeah.
there was some article which was ending with the same hash code and starting with the same hash code. So the thing is, that was the first blockchain. So then you can't understand. This was the first, the sequence of the articles.
Yeah.
And if you see that the hash code is different, that means it's not like one come after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was in, I think, 70 years ago or something. Or
70 years ago.
Wow.
so, and
Wow.
that's really the first blockchain, official one. So the thing is that what the blockchain is now is just a combination of a lot of technologies,
Yeah.
which were well known much more years before than now.
Earlier. Yeah.
But
Modernized.
yeah, but now it's the perfect time to use them
Yeah.
because I mean I'm not telling my words. I'm telling the words I got from this podcast from this
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
But the blockchain solve a lot now. For example, we are especially for example now, you know, like with this war situation. you have some restriction with the bank industry and this and
That's
that.
something we talked about
Yeah,
in the
we
first.
did a podcast. Yeah, the
first podcast
yeah,
together.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
And basically, there are a lot of people want to avoid this
Bank system.
bank system.
Yeah, you guys should go check out our first podcast that I did together with him
Yeah.
because we exactly spoke about that.
Yeah, and it's really true because, okay, let's not talk about the situation now. A lot of countries in Africa, for example, doesn't have any bank system. And they cannot exchange money or send it. And for them, the blockchain is the perfect solution, or India or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Africa, we just it's insane.
So you can just give money from your wallet to other one,
Yeah.
avoiding any other people. Like
Yeah.
we're sitting all together now. I just give you like cash to you, and we don't have to ask anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty normal. And I think that the blockchain nowadays have a big future,
Yeah.
a really big future.
Yeah, big potential.
A lot of people still does not understand that. Even me, I'm not totally understand how it's work. Okay, after all this podcast, I know better, but still. But you know, like if we go back in the days in the history, for example, first money which appeared in the world, first cash, let's say.
Yeah.
There was the people were coming to the port by the ship, and they bring metal, and they say, "Yeah, you bring metal, but and they give you the paper that you bring this amount of metal." So the first cash was the paper,
Yeah.
which was written about how much metal you put in the warehouse, and then the person come with the wood, and he need the metal, and so you exchange the paper with him.
Yeah.
So and that was the first cash. And if you go even more back in the days, there was a stones or something, and I don't remember the country or island or government, but for them the money was the stone,
Okay.
and why it was the stone? Because it was rare, it was special stone. Some
Crystal.
no, not even crystal. It was
Not just random stone of a color. Material?
Some material.
Okay.
Okay.
And the
Some
thing-
special ones.
Yeah, and it was very complicated to find it. That's why they decided to use it like the cash.
Like
rarity
later
from-
on the salt.
Yeah,
Salt was a payment once.
yeah. For example, that is. But the problem was so that it was burning and stuff. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
easily lose it. But with a stone, you still have it. It's big and it's like a stone. And the one island was using that like the value, like the cash, like something, just because it was very hard to find the stone. And if someone find it, that means he wastes so much time and energy for that. Same like with the Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find one. That's because it's have a value.
Because of mining and stuff.
Yeah, the funny thing with this island was that one guy from some island, which was close, understood that they're using these stones like the
A payment system.
payment system. And on his island, there was a lot of these stones.
The guy was rich directly.
No, actually, he just crashed the whole financial system. He brings so much stones that they have this inflation, whatever.
The supply was too
so
big. Yeah.
much
Too
supply.
much supply. Yeah.
So same happening now. Like they use this blockchain just because it's not easy to find it. It's more and more complicated every day.
Yeah, definitely. But it's the blockchain is actually used in so much sectors.
Yeah.
When it comes to the food, to the medicine, to the if I can say, let's say the banking system. We name that DeFi, the decentralized finance. So yeah, it's something that can definitely revolutionize the whole world in all the
Yeah.
wait,
In the whole world, yeah,
No.
for exchange and for payments and for value and
all the sectors. That
verification
was the word.
sectors, yeah.
That was the word I was
Yeah, for
searching.
sectors,
For
yeah.
all the sectors in the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I cannot say it will solve all the problems nowadays, but on a
It will make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
A lot easier. Yeah.
And me as a person from the online marketing business and development, I can say like we don't have much projects in this area, but I can truly say that after a couple of years, the websites which we have, let's say, selling some technologies or whatever to some people,
Yeah.
we have to understand that we need to have payment method like a Bitcoin,
Of course. Yeah.
and we have to have it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So that's why we start to make some research in this area
Yeah.
and that, because let's be honest, like on a short distance, every person in this world will be connected to the blockchain
Yeah, definitely.
somehow.
After some time, yeah.
I think we know with the blockchain exactly how the people were before the 2000s with the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the Web 3.0 for me, I call it Web 3.0. I think we're at the beginning of the wave, and way too much people are underestimating, the power of
Yeah.
this blockchain and the change it's going to bring to the world. You know, just quickly, I was listening to a podcast too, and the guy was speaking about the fact that because you can actually trace everything with the blockchain, when you're going to buy, for example, some meat, and you will scan the code from
barcode?
the meat, the barcode, you're going to be able to know
Yeah.
with which food the meat that you bought was
Yeah.
fed with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's insane. I mean, you can trust everything since the beginning. So the consumer will be able to know what he eats, where all the thing he eats came from,
Yeah.
and it's just like transparent, you know. So it's made from the people, by the people, for the people, and it's
Right.
something so amazing. Yeah, definitely.
You know, the thing is, I mean, again, I just get it from this podcast, but still, it's things which are so easy to understand. For example, let's speak about these checkbooks, which were 50, 70 years ago.
Today you get that scan.
Yeah, when the person sent how much money you give to which person and from which account
Yeah.
and the date. So let's compare what we have different with the Bitcoin or the blockchain, whatever. You still have a recipient, you have a payer, you
Yeah.
have amount,
Yeah.
and you have a time. So that's the system was pretty much the blockchain. I mean, without the hashtag at the end at the beginning, but still, the person just tell you like, I give you the check with this amount
Yeah.
and this and this. So it's pretty the same information which you have in blockchain. You know, the funny thing that when the Visa and MasterCard appeared, with all these post terminals and things, all the people with the checkbook say like, it will never work.
Yeah.
It will never work. The world is working with the checkbooks. Who need this MasterCard and Visa? So let's ask this person now.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Let's ask him. Yeah.
And so now the people
So
who are
much.
using the cards, Visa, MasterCard, say like, who need this blockchain?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
It's
it's-
just always in continuous development, and people just right now don't realize how much potential and like how good it can be for them, and how much it would make it easier for them to use this kind of software.
Yeah. You know, Carlo and me, we spoke a lot about the fact that people every time are underestimating the potential of the things. Just as a quick example, when Bitcoin came out, less than 1 cent, no one was thinking that Bitcoin can go to $10. He went to 55K. And I think this process is the same.
Sorry.
No worry. And I think this process is like the same that is going to be applied today with the blockchain.
Yeah.
Everyone think that blockchain is not very usable, that's just a hype. But the more people are going to use it, the more people are going to see how it can solve actually a lot of problem, and the more it's simply going to be implemented in the today in the everyday's life, you know. And yeah, definitely, it's so amazing. So look, just with the NFT quickly. I mean, NFT. Since how much year you were able to take a screenshot from a picture, today you have a contract on a picture, so you can own a digital asset, you know, and no one was thinking about it. So today you have people that are making fun saying that I can screenshot this picture, but how will it be in 2-3 years when you're going to be in the metaverse, for example, and you're going to have your own clothes, and clothes are going to have a value, you know? People are going to be like, wow, why, how? That's why I think people should more interest themselves really in the blockchain, because it's life-changing.
I'm totally agree, and I just, my concern is to be, you know, if we go like 30, 40 years back in the days, that it's better to be in the amount of people who say like the MasterCard and Visa is a future,
Yeah.
than to be in the amount who say like, no, the checkbooks are.
Definitely.
So now we have to choose, and I think that the best way is say like, yeah, Bitcoin have a future. It is will for sure.
Yeah.
We don't know how much, but it will.
So, guys, you see, in the future, cryptos and Bitcoin, as far as everybody who has been on this podcast say, that it will be something. So, I think on this note, we should end this podcast and say thank you to all the listeners. And I hope you listen to the next podcasts. We will be speaking about, I think Igor will come back again, and we will speak
Definitely,
about and get into the cryptos again another time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so thank you, Igor.
Yeah,
Thank you
always
so
welcome.
much.
It's always a pleasure to be here, man. Thank you for the invite of
to
the
you guys.
SFT forecast.
Thanks to you guys.
And
Thank you. See you next
Yeah,
time.
It was it.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye everyone. Ciao.